They said yes, and that was 35 years ago. In 35 years, I have learnt everything about Castle Howard. It was Simon's father,
George Howard.
George Howard. So I've worked with George Howard, Simon Howard, and Nick Howard. I was doing a PhD at York University. I love history, art. I'm curious about everything. Research here will be what do we need to know about Castle Howard? It might be researching the architecture, the landscape, or the collections, so that we can present Castle Howard to the public, so that they have true and accurate information about Castle Howard. But it might be research of a more technical nature. We want to restore this lake, we want to restore this part of the building. What do the archives and the documents that are held here tell us about this in the past? Major restoration projects have been all of the lakes, fountains and waterways, make them into good working order, but so that they reflected what they looked like in the 18th century. So we tried to make them true to how they used to look in the 18th century. I talk on a wide range of subjects. They are usually around one aspect of Castle Howard. They might be on the architecture, or the art collections, or the landscape, or the history of parts of the house or the family. But also I talk a lot on restoration and conservation, and all the projects that we have done. I explain how we went about these projects, the beginning, the middle, the end, the challenges, the difficulties, the successes, the costs and things like that. So they are, as it were, practical talks about the realities of conservation and restoration. So this is one of the books I've published, which came out of a conference I held, which is all on designed landscape in the 18th century in England, and Castle Howard is central to this. Castle Howard is easily in the top 5 most important historic houses in England. It is special because of its architecture, its landscape, and its long history lived in by the same family since it was built.